Hey everyone, welcome back to another van tour with Tricked Out Vans. Today we're going to be checking out Quin's epic 144 2019 4x4 Sprinter conversion. This thing is awesome. It has an oven in it, has an extendable king-size bed out the back, air conditioning, all kinds of cool tricks. Before we jump into the build, we wanted to remind you guys to subscribe if you are interested in van life content or if you are interested in our van conversion course. We're going to have tutorials on every single step of the build, everything that you need to go from having a dream of van life to having your own epic tricked out van for yourself. So without further ado, let's jump into the build. This is Quin. What's up, dude?
Hey.
What do you do?
Yes, I am a full-time photographer. Live full-time on the road.
Right on.
This is my fourth van, and I've been in vans for the last like 4 years or so.
Nice.
Yeah,
you guys probably know him, Ever Changing Horizon. Quin, he's awesome. Epic vans in the past. We're super excited to see this one. Yeah, should we check it out? Definitely show us around.
All right, let's start off. I got the trusty granny step. This thing is so tall. It's 4x4. Has big tires, so it's pretty tall to step up into. Got the 3-step up, and start over here. This is a footrest for all of these seats and shoe storage. So it doubles as shoe storage, and it is connected with magnets. Connects right into its spot. That's where it lives when I'm driving, so it doesn't move around. Dual rotating seats, straight from the factory.
Right on. And you got a heater under here, right?
Yeah, you helped me with that.
Yeah, that's an S-bar. We got a little controller up here.
S-bar heater installed up there with the controller. Tap that, set the temperature. It regulates through the night.
Nice.
I love that.
I know there's a pretty cool little feature in here.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So I got storage up here, and then this is kind of a false board right here that houses my blackout curtain. So if I'm pulling into a truck stop or off to the side of the road and I want to be stealth,
nice.
I just pull out this thing. Generally I wouldn't have these flipped around, but I pull it out, it reaches the ground, and then I kind of shove it up in here. It has these pegs that shoves up in there.
Nice.
And it's fully blacked out.
Super cool idea. Haven't seen that in any other vans, honestly. I think you said you did this because you don't like curtains flying around in the wind.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. Normally I would have the curtain over here, and it would kind of, as I would be on the road and I always want the window down, it would just be slapping me in the face.
Yeah.
Whatnot.
Yep, and they done that.
And this van is very aesthetically pleasing, so I just wanted to cut out all the clutter. And basically everything that I could hide, I did.
Yeah.
I wanted to make everything kind of just look as simple as possible, but have basically all the features that I wanted. So
yeah. I don't know if you guys can tell, but this is all poplar, the entire build, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much everything, and that's pretty expensive. Most people don't use poplar, but it looks really cool in here. This is definitely a beautiful grain, beautiful finish on everything. But
it was fun going to the store and picking out the pieces that I liked, because poplar just has so many different styles, from like very subtle grain to like crazy grain to dark to light to like greenish to whatever. It's got a lot of different variations. So
yeah,
I guess right here, this is a lagoon mount table. I wanted to make it small so that it never really got in the way. So when it's stored, it's kind of just right there and I don't notice it too much. But pull it out and it fits my 15-inch laptop perfectly. So it fits on there real nice. And so if I'm working, I can just pull this guy out and just super comfortable work on my laptop.
Probably one of the only people that has a footrest dedicated. It's a good idea, because you do need a footrest so many times in the van.
Oh, and shoe storage, man.
Yeah.
And this footrest, every night I pull it and put it right next to the bed, because the bed is a little higher. I can jump up onto the bed just fine, but lots of times the people that are in the van aren't as tall as me, So they like to have that little step.
Yep.
And I mean, even with myself, I like to have it for convenience. I just throw it up there.
Yeah, 100%. That makes sense. These are super cool. I just wanted to note the reason that these are slatted is one, because it looks really cool, but two, because you can turn all of this into storage. So you can hang skateboards, surfboards, skis, snowboard, whatever you really want. It just makes like really nice modular storage. This thing's awesome.
More realistically, I just put this up wherever I'm at. You know, if I'm washing the dishes, I can throw it up right here and have the TV right here. Just slides in like that.
And that's an iPad?
No, it's the
What is that?
Samsung.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the tallest I could find. But when I'm in bed, I'm fully putting it on the ceiling, and then
cool.
And then it kind of hangs right in front of me like that. So.
Yep. That's
Yeah, I love it. And then I
haven't seen that yet.
got the charging.
Awesome.
A bunch of charging ports down here that's where it stays when I'm driving and whatnot.
Nice. It's nice to have a dedicated spot for that, because my laptop always has to go into a backpack.
Definitely. Fridge. Freezer.
Fully loaded.
That thing is full of frozen fruit. Yeah. Trader Joe's meals.
There you go. Smoothies.
Yeah.
We know what's up. And then what's in here? You got a little
flip-up counter. This is every night. This is kind of my bedtime routine. I pull this out, flip it up, and then I have my toothbrush, toothpaste ready to go.
Yep.
So,
also, nice little recess in the wall here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Super clever. This thing has tons of nooks and crannies and good uses of space everywhere, which is critical in a van. That's
wanted to keep the overhead storage out, just because sprinters, I mean, I had a ProMaster before this, and it's just way more straight walls, and the sprinters kind of already taper in. So I just didn't want any storage to make it feel even more like claustrophobic up in this space. So
100%. Nice.
This is not your average, the wall is not this deep. This is a popped out, it's called flare space. It's a modification you can do to the Sprinter van that pops the wall out. It's like a bubble on the outside of the van. So I wanted to use all that space as much as possible.
And that added, how many inches did you say that added? Do you remember?
It was about 9 inches.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's a huge amount of width added to the van.
Yeah, so from here all the way back, from here all the way back, each side is a little bit different. I think this is adding in like 3.5, 4 inches, and this is like 5, 6 inches.
That is the only way to sleep sideways in a Sprinter.
Unless you're really short.
That's true. Yeah. Unless you're picky.
But I'm 5'11", and I think
sure.
at widest it's 6'8" now.
Yep,
so,
that makes sense.
Yeah, it's nice.
So we got pop-up little countertop right here. Nice pull-out spigot, right? Pretty cool. We got hot and cold water in here.
Hot and cold water, filtered water.
That's a little 2-stage Aquasana water filter under there. Pretty sweet.
All these are, well, this is a false drawer. This is a little oven ready to go.
Pretty sweet.
Yeah.
For, what did you say?
Man, for cookies, for toast, for pizza, whatever I can get in there, but every night I do cookies.
Totally. So convenient.
You can see down here, this isn't the prettiest part. Yeah, it all fell down, but
we got all kinds of cool stuff.
Water heater, that's the water storage, blender. Down there I have the water filters and pump and all that good stuff. So
and you have a 2.5 gallon tank, right, for the water heater?
Yeah, 2.5 gallon water heater and a 32 ounce, sorry, not ounce, 32 gallon fresh water tank.
Nice. That
goes over the wheel well.
Yeah, I think that's the EcoSmart, just for you guys who are wondering. That's an EcoSmart 2.5 gallon, right? So
yep. And just food storage. This one here, that will probably be more food storage.
Tons of drawers everywhere.
This is all just the kitchen stuff. Yeah, I don't know.
Just little drawers, little storage everywhere.
I threw a bunch of stuff in here.
Too.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Food. What is this? Induction cooktop.
Yep. Dual burner.
Dual burner. Takes quite a bit of electricity, but I have enough, so
definitely
that's all good.
We're gonna go over that electrical system in a second.
Control panel, battery monitor, 99%, that's good. This is the remote for the inverter, main light switch, dimmer, and outlet. I think I have 4 outlets total, and then these are USBs. This is a bedside light with a charger.
/ wireless charger. Super cool.
With the dimmer on it also.
Oh, those dimmers are really cool.
I like it because it also lights up the inside of this cabinet pretty well.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool part over here too about having DC and AC. So many people, including me on my first van, just did AC outlets for charging. DC is awesome because you don't have to have your inverter on when you want to charge your phone or your laptop at night, or your camera gear or drone or whatever it may be.
Definitely.
That is super convenient.
Another flip up counter here. Tried to make this van as symmetrical as possible.
Yeah.
So I have matching lights, matching flip up counter.
Super cool.
Over here, the what is this? Nature's Head composting toilet.
Nice.
Love that. What I love about this is I can pull it out and leave it out, and it kind of just has its own little space. I can still get out the door. So I pee all the time at night. I just leave it out at night ready to go, you know?
Totally.
So
that is super convenient.
I like that having its own space.
Absolutely.
Over here, this is where I'll put my camera gear. Locking compartment because it's pretty valuable.
That is a really cool compartment to have.
Close. And this is access to under the garage. This is actually a stand-up paddleboard and a backpacking pack, but
kind of cool because you can put a longboard, right?
yeah, I could slide a full-on longboard. I don't know, probably 10 feet, you know, 9.6 or whatever through here.
Super convenient. And do you have any chargers in there too in the camera box?
Yeah, so that's what I'll show you here.
Awesome.
I'm actually charging right now. So I have 2 outlets here, 2 USBs. Drone batteries are charging. Computer can fit here real nice. So that's ready to go. And then I have storage over here. Day pack ready to go. All camera gear in there. Over here, more storage. Right now I got my tools. And this is the
Zero Breeze.
Yeah, this is the Zero Breeze
Mark II.
Mark II.
That's a
show you how that
24
works.
volt air conditioner for those wondering. This thing is awesome.
Yeah. So
Quin's the first person to fully install it into a cabinet in a van.
turn that on, you can start to feel it.
And so this is actual air conditioning with refrigerant too.
So I can duct this out.
So cool. This took some prototyping and some maneuvering, but looks like it's all been figured out.
Close that. You can lay on the bed and point this straight at my face.
And nice cold air all night.
Or over here doing the dishes.
Yep.
Yeah, that's nice. So AC.
For those wondering about this too, on the technical side of that, it is 240 watts, 24 volts, so it's only 10 amps on 24 volts. You can plug it into 12 volts or you can plug it into 120, and by far the most effective air conditioning for van life. It's 2300 BTUs, so it's probably not gonna like drop the van's temperature by 50 degrees, but it'll probably drop it like 20 degrees, and definitely the area it's pointing is obviously nice and cold, so it's really the perfect thing for when you just can't sleep and it's a super hot night. The Zero Breeze is awesome. Yeah, I'm stoked that we got that all figured out. You got that mounted really nice.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Yeah, it's definitely one that you kind of have to point at you. Just kind of like have that air on you. It makes a big difference. Totally. I haven't noticed that it cools down the full area, but like pointing it straight at my body when I'm laying here, it's definitely a big difference.
I think you got there's also different modes on there. So there's a blast mode, and you can change the fan a little bit higher, I believe. So obviously you can play with that, but that thing is pretty sweet. I'm stoked to see it actually installed. That's awesome. Got a vent fan up here, typical puck lights, 4 of these up on top. Pretty awesome. And then yeah, I guess next it's pretty much to go check out the garage and some of the technical side back in there. Talk about a little bit of this awesome solar panel on the roof. Quinn has a tiny watt solar
back
panel
here too.
Oh yeah, those are cool.
So these are vents that I use all the time while I'm sleeping. They're
Little
directional,
pop-outs.
so I can pop them out this way or out the other way. There's two ways. One way blows air to the wall, and one way blows air inside into the middle. So depending on if I want air on my feet or on my face or on my body, open them up, and then I turn on the vent fan that pulls air out, and it creates this really nice breeze right over me when I'm sleeping. So
Between that and the air conditioner, you're pretty set up for sleeping cool.
another wireless charger with the little hidden
that's
shelf
cool.
up there.
Tons of those.
Yeah.
That's super convenient.
I think that's about it for here. There's just a little bit more storage here.
Nice. And then, so what, up on the roof you got 500 watts of solar.
500 watts of solar, one single panel. It starts about right here and goes all the way to the back. So the whole second half, more like 2/3 over here, is a solar panel. And the cool thing is it's livable space. So you can walk on it, hang out up there.
That thing is
I'll
awesome.
show you it here pretty soon.
Super cool. Let's go check out the garage, all the technical side of the build. Coming back into the back of the van here.
You can see this is what the vent looks like from the outside when it's popped open.
Nice. And it just sits flush. Super clean. You
So-
really rarely see those. I've never actually seen those other than his vans, but everyone should start putting those in, to be honest.
Pretty nice. They're super cheap. They're like 50 bucks or whatever.
Yeah,
I had to, this was such an issue, I had to relocate this because the factory setting is down here and I wanted to be able to open the door from being in the bed. So,
for
had to
sure.
extend that.
That's daring.
Yeah.
On a
almost
nice new
didn't work,
Sprinter.
too.
Yeah, I can imagine. I've tried that too.
Lots back here. This is a new feature, the little safe here.
So
Ready to
needed.
go for basically my most valuable thing are my hard drives. So I'll keep my hard drives in there and probably my passport, a little bit of cash.
Learned that from South America, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is all camera, like underwater camera gear, wetsuits, slackline, climbing gear, backpacking gear.
Nice.
Just in the totes, you know. I'll pull that out just to
Tons
show
of
you.
gear.
This is what Shaden really helped me with.
We basically,
It's a shame because you can't really see it. It's made to not be seen, but underneath here is 600 amp hours of lithium rely-on battery. What was it?
You got a-
2,000 watt?
you got a 3,000
watt?
pure
Yeah.
sine wave inverter charger. So that's a shore power connection right there. So you can plug in an extension cord, charge up your batteries. You got a 60 amp Renogy DC to DC charger in there for the alternator. So what
That
you got,
seems to work really well too.
Yeah.
It charges like faster than the solar does in terms of,
yeah,
you know, when I'm driving around midday, this thing charges up so fast. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
because it's, I mean, you basically have 50 amps potential on the solar coming in, and then you got 60 amps on that alternator. So it's like your solar's never gonna hit peak. It's just not how they work. But the Renogy thing, the cool part is it's always just gonna hit 60 amps. So that thing, yeah, if you go for a long drive,
It's very nice.
boom, you're set on air conditioning for another couple days.
So these are all the fuses for the DC, and then you got the AC over here. Breakers, all labeled. If something goes out, I just come back here and pop off this thing, and hopefully can fix it real easy.
Yeah, just to explain on that panel a little bit too, that is the Progressive Dynamics AC/DC distribution panel, and it has 30 amp main service coming in and then 20 amp branch circuits going out for the leaky side. Super cool because it consolidates your whole AC/DC distribution into one single panel instead of having like a breaker box and then a little fuse block. Super nice, surface mounted, highly recommend that thing. What is there anything else in there? No, we just got
I
the
mean, we got the water fill, so this
Yeah,
is
right
gravity and city fill. You can see part of the water tank right here.
Yep.
This is a kind of a clogged area of the van, but you can see some of the ducting of the AC right down here. So these are the two inlet outlets of the AC unit.
So those basically take air from the outside in, blow it over the hot condenser inside, and then carry that hot air back out. So those are definitely the hardest parts probably of the install of the air conditioner, I would say. But you just went on the floor.
Yeah. The surfboard's really tight in here, but it works.
I don't even know.
I'm not even gonna pull it out. Yeah.
How long is that board though? It's
6'4". It goes half of it goes up into the
kitchen.
Yeah, the kitchen cabinet. You just don't see it. I hid it back in there.
Quinn plays the ultimate game of Tetris with his builds, more than anyone I know that does vans. Every inch is accounted for. So.
And then I got the shower here.
Yep.
Pull the shower out.
Nice.
Mount it right here. I don't think. Oh. Perfect.
There you go. Works great.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we wanted.
That's the shower.
That's got hot and cold water too. So when you're done surfing, you're set up.
Very nice.
Cool.
And this was the fake grass pad that I stand on when I shower.
Nice. Cool part about this too, by the way, guys, is that's a bidet. So this thing sprays pretty hard too, and then you also have the faucet function, so you can literally like click it on faucet. Oh.
Yeah, it's not on.
Water pump's not on, but there's one little spritz back in there. But you have two options basically. You have a button on the back of it to turn it on and off. Super convenient for saving water. And then that little sprayer, like if you needed to hose something off, comes in pretty handy there, I'd say.
And then you got the bed extension.
This is a super cool feature. Definitely one of Quin's inventions, I think.
Yeah, I
don't really see people do this very often, but you can sleep outside.
So the mattress extension, I just bungeed up underneath here, so it's always ready to go. Pull it out, throw this up top, and I have a king size sheet just for this special occasion. Flip that over and extends the bed out the door.
So cool. That's gonna be so epic for so many different scenes.
If anything, just for a content op, it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
And
Plus you can just sit on that.
Yeah,
so
you can
nice.
sit, use it as a bench, whatever.
Pretty cool, huh? Yeah, that's gonna be very handy. I'm stoked for that.
And it's also just a subtle way to jump up onto the roof.
Yeah.
Because I don't have a ladder.
And that whole, obviously, that roof deck, that solar roof deck is walkable.
Oh, yeah.
So it's nice to have a way to get up there.
Yeah, exactly. So, you guys want to come up and check out the deck?
Yeah, let's do it. Sweet, so we're up here on the roof and we have this epic solar deck. That thing looks so clean.
Yeah, it's like a full bed up here. You could totally sleep straight on.
It's basically a queen size bed, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll be sleeping up here so many times. That is so awesome.
500 watts.
Tiny watts. Coming in clutch. That thing is really cool. Carbon fiber. Definitely rock solid.
It's just smooth and satisfying too to like lay on.
Yeah.
It's pretty comfortable.
Absolutely. Look at this view. That's the view you get from sleeping on the roof or having your head out the back doors. Awesome.
So this is the flare space. Put this on. This is the extended flare, so this extends it out about 6 inches. The one on the other side, because it has the slider door that comes across, can't fully make that 6 inches. It would hit, so it's about 3 or 4 inches. But this makes it so that I can use only the back section, like the back 4.5 feet for the bed, instead of having to extend it all the way up here, and that cuts into my kitchen and hangout and workstation, all that space. So that really is what my build is hinged on. If I didn't have this flare space to get everything else I needed in there, I would have to extend it. I'd have to get the 170 instead of the 144. So pretty stoked on that.
Yeah, those are really, really cool.
Definitely a great use of space.
Awesome. All right, man. Well, thanks for letting us check out your van. Really appreciate it. How do people get in touch with you? How do they follow you? How do they stay updated on your journey?
Pretty much ever-changing horizon across the board.
Yeah.
Instagram, Facebook.
Nice. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember to hit that like button and subscribe if you want to see more tours, tutorials, content from Tricked Out Vans. Remember, we do have a full van conversion course coming out very soon, so if you guys are interested in that, feel free to click the link that's in the description of this video. That van conversion course is going to have everything in it that you need to go from literally having no van and just watching van life tours on or van life videos on YouTube, to having a completed van of your own so that you can go drive around and do epic things like Quin and like everyone else in van life. So once again, thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.